says the Hafetz Haim. There's a story of a shidduch that was broken the day after the vort. Rahman al-Itzan. We should never know. And the message was sent to the Kalas family that the reason why they broke the shidduch was because they heard negative information about the girl. They said, and that was what caused the engagement to break off. They were devastated. What did they hear already that caused them to break off the engagement? So they found out afterwards that a relative of the groom overheard the Kala side saying, they overheard the mother of the Kala complaining, saying, I hope the Hatan will be able to handle her. So from that statement that she said, a little bit of Lashon Hara about her daughter, the groom side heard, and the groom side talked about it, and then ended up leading to the decision, the Hatan broke it off. So you see that Lashon Hara can make the person lose his Ivug. It can make it that he doesn't have the other half that he's looking for because of one statement, and look how it spreads and causes such anguish, such destroyed dreams, such a terrible ramifications that has about Lashon Hara. And we learn from here, big musar. Family members are not permitted to speak Lashon Hara about. People think, yeah, I speak about my parents, speak about my mom, my brother, my sister, my in-laws, my spouse, my kids. What's the problem? It's my family. Doesn't matter. It's still a sur. A person says, oh, you know why I suffer from low self-esteem? My mother always put me down. You're speaking Lashon Hara about your mom. You go and you say, my mother-in-law doesn't teach her children generosity. My husband's very stingy. Oh, you put down two people. You put down your husband and your in-laws, right? Person says about his siblings. My sister, oh, you hear, you got punished again. Shovav, he's misbehaves. Again, Lashon Hara. Person says, oh, my 12-year-old son, he has a crazy temper. He doesn't know how to control himself. What are you saying all these things? Are they a mechanech? Are they an educator? This is a toilet? You're just talking stam at some table with some buddies for what? What are you mentioning all these things for? Person who gets in the habit of speaking about family. Look at the ramifications. Speaking about anybody. You shouldn't be speaking about anybody, but look at the ramifications. What happens when a person speaks Lashon Hara? Completely destroys other people's families and yourself. So therefore, a person also has to be careful not to speak about non-from people. Right? A lot of times people speak negatively. Oh, he's a Rasha, he's a Pikoros, yeah, we could talk whatever we want about him. The person has to not use this leniency for to speak about anybody. A lot of times people are not in the status of Rasha and Pikoros. A lot of people are Tinok Shenishba. A lot of people are raised in a place, environment, no fromkeit, no religion, no mitzvah, no Yirat Shamayim, and it's not their fault. They never were educated. Okay, he went to yeshiva, he went off derech, it's something else. But a person, a lot of times they were raised in communism, or raised in a situation where they were frowning upon religion, or not connected to religion. So over there's no heter, chas v'shalom, to belittle him or to speak bad about him. There's no permission to do that whatsoever. So another thing he writes is that we have to know, if someone would ask you, how would you sum up the entire Torah in one sentence? What would you say? We know that Hillel answered this question. What did he say? He said, after chakamocha. But he didn't say those words. He said the words of Da'alach sanei lechavrach lo ta'aved. Don't do what you would hate. You wouldn't want someone to do to you. Don't do to others. And therefore, this helps us keep the entire Torah. Don't steal. I wouldn't want people to steal from me. Not to go and speak of Torah. I wouldn't want people to speak behind my back. Therefore, a person has to always remember, V'afterech chamocha. You know, a lot of times people yell, what about V'afterech chamocha? Where's the derech eretz? The biggest sign of derech eretz, if you yourself don't speak about other people. That's what it means to be odam, to be a mensch. And a person has to make sure that if you wouldn't want anybody to speak about you, so how much more so a person shouldn't speak about anybody else? That's a real fulfilling of V'afterech chamocha. There's a nice story, we'll end with this. There was a person named Rav Yaakov who was a very big debt, so he decided to ask his brother Shlomo for a loan. But Shlomo, he thought he was going to give him a big loan. He gave him a small loan. He treated him like everybody else, like a regular guy, like a regular friend. And he was very upset. He very sad. So he ended up being that his father found out about it. Yaakov, Shlomo's father, found out about it. And then one day Shlomo visited his father. His father was very upset with him, obviously, because he didn't give Yaakov, his brother, a good loan. So then he ignored him and he said, Abba, what did they do? Well, why are you so upset? And he said it in Yiddish, but basically it's like this. He says, if Yaakov's your brother, then I'm your father. But if Yaakov's not your brother, then I'm not your father. So that means to say, you treated him like he's not your brother, and now you come to me like I'm your father. You have to realize the Chafetz Chaim is saying the Nimshal is that when we treat our brothers and sisters like brothers and we don't speak Lashon Hara about them, Hashem says, I'm your father. But Chas v'Shalom, if we think we can speak about whoever we want and we don't view our fellow Jews as brothers and sisters, Chas v'Shalom, Hashem says, if he's not your brother, I'm not your father, Chas v'Shalom. So therefore, a person has to make sure you come crying to Hashem for when he needs you. You have to make sure that you are there for your brother, and being there means don't speak Lashon Hara about him. He's your brother. Treat him like one. Baruch Adonai Olam. Amen.